So as you can see, my hair is out. I'm shaven. I haven't blocked my eyebrows out yet, but I will in about 2 seconds. So this is how I prep my hair for when I'm gonna wear really, really big, crazy, thick, heavy hair. So what you want to first have are little tiny hair elastics. Also gonna need a headband of some sort. These are by Goody. They're really great. They have no slip grips in them, so it's basically like rubberized. These are really great. I use a net wig cap. You can use a solid wig cap. It doesn't matter. You're also going to need snap clips, which look like this. I call them pop clips. Other people call them snap clips, gymnast clips, etc., etc., etc. You're going to need little hairpins as well. So first thing I do is I start in the back and I try to make a ponytail as far back here as I can. So then I take my little elastic and I make a little tiny ponytail back there. And I'm in my bathroom because I just got out of the shower after I shaved all my facial hair and body hair off, and I feel naked now. So then you're going to make one next to that. I have really, really thick, coarse, dense hair. So for me, I usually do like 6 or 8 ponytails. Some of you probably won't be able to get as many ponytails as I can get because you won't have as much hair as me. And that's cool. You just want to make sure that you have some in the back, in the middle, and then in the front. And even if your hair is really short, like this is the area where my hair fades into the side of my hair. And I try not to get my hair cut right before going in drag because it makes it difficult to prep. But you can see I have 3 little pigtails right here. So now I'm going to put 2 or so in front of that. Usually I do this after I do my makeup, but I wanted to show you guys what I look like clean shaven, first off. And I kind of wanted to show you guys without the possibility of disturbing my face. Because I'm already running late today and stuff didn't turn out like I wanted it to. So I would have just gotten frustrated and cussed a lot on camera, and that's no fun. So now I put 2 more right here. So I'm going to make another one right here in the middle. And I kind of cheat them back. So the hair might be coming from near the front of my head, but I try to pull it and ponytail it back on the back of my head. And when I tighten my ponytail down, I try to pull it back as well. So you can see that's kind of sitting back here. And I'll do my front center one. And you don't want to do this too close to your hairline, especially if you're wearing a lace front wig like I'm wearing tonight. You don't want to put them too far forward because you'll get really big bumps and ripples in your lace front, and it'll just kind of lay funny if you do the ponytails that way. And that looks attractive right there. So, but also if you're like me and you have a very defined masculine hairline, like as far back as mine goes like that, you can actually put these a little closer because your wig will sit down more on your forehead. So usually the only parts of my hairline that will show in a wig are my widow's peak, and sometimes my sideburns, depending on how short I cut them back and how high back the lace front of the wig goes. So as you can see, I just have a ton of little pigtails all over my head. And basically what this is going to do is this is going to allow me to use hairpins and geisha pins and big things like that to anchor into the top of my head. I'm going to take your band. These work best when they're new. You can wash them and put them in the dryer and they'll shrink down. Also washing them does shrink them down a little bit too. And you want to match whatever color band and cap you're wearing to your wig. So tonight I'm wearing blonde. So you want to take it and you want to pop your band back so that you have hairline exposed. And that's just so you can hairpin into stuff and also so your clips won't show. Now, they do sell clips like these that are matte. I find that the matte ones aren't as strong as the shiny kind that you can get at the drugstore, but that's just me. So I usually will do 2 back, and then I'll usually do ones forward as well to kind of lock that clip into place right here. Like that. And then I kind of usually will slide that back a little bit too, because my wig is going to sit about there and I don't want this to shine in pictures. And then I'll also usually will do one in the front as well, in the middle. Okay. So now I have those anchored down. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the sides. So again, one going down and then one going up. And then the same in the back. Depending on how the shape of your head is, I know the back of my head is pretty flat, so I know that I don't have a big occipital bone. So for me, I have to really anchor my bottom edge of my band down or it'll ride up, and then your pins in the back can come loose. It's not so great in the back, that's just sitting on a lot of hair, but as long as you can anchor up here and here, you should be fine. And I'm not dancing and whipping my hair around tonight, so for me, it's okay. I take your cap, put that on over top. Now, I like the mesh caps because they're so much easier to pin through, especially when you're a boy and you don't have hair and you don't really have a prep like pin curls or braids or anything, or a wrap or anything underneath. It helps to have the net, because then that kind of helps it stay in place. And I always like to make sure that it covers the edge of my pins. So there's one right there that doesn't really cover. So we did it again. So just like that. And then you're going to want to take your little hairpins, which are these guys. And I've showed you guys this before, I believe, but I will go in and I'll go facing my forehead like that, and then I'll pull back and around. As you can see, I've had this cap for a little bit. There's holes in it. But I mean, there's holes all over because it's a fishnet cap, not a chain. Yeah, I like these things, so I use them a lot. And this one's been used a lot, so it has little holes and stuff in it. So, and then same thing, just kind of want to pin it down into your prep. You really want to make sure you get the sides anchored down too. So once you have that anchored, if you have a little head or if you have one of these that's open on the top, you'll have space. So what I like to do is I like to stretch that down as far as I can in the back, and then I will pin it going in to lock it. And then if I have extra, I kind of just tuck it up underneath. And basically when you pull it like that, what that's going to do is that's just going to flatten out. So as you can see, I don't have crazy bumps anymore from my little pigtails. I just got it nice and flat. Okay, so I'm going to paint and I'm going to get back to you guys when I'm all done.